Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mara J DAO Live. Today, we're going to be talking about how to support the Marma J Foundation. If you don't know what the Marma J Foundation is, you can go to marmaj.org and you can see a little more about us. We are a foundation that works to spread love and positivity by creating and supporting various projects and ventures, typically in the Web3 space. So we started this like specifically in 2019, late 2019, we moved to Antigua, me and my fiance, and we started, cleaning up beaches, helping the stray dogs there. Most recently, like if you head to our blog, for example, you could see that like Mika, this dog here, is one of the dogs we actually have as part of our family. She's sleeping right beside me. She went to Ottawa, and then we picked her up from there. She has her whole long story that I don't think it's actually on the blog yet, but hopefully gets up there soon. But we also supported the Friends of the Care project. We created NFTs for them in one of our mint-based stores. So there's many different ways to actually support the Marma J Foundation. One of the main ways is if you already know about crypto stuff and Web3 stuff, you could actually write blog posts to support the Marma J Foundation. So for example, if you go to this Marma J DAO proposal submission guide, this will drop you into our forum. So, for example, you can go to here, you can go to the Marma J subcategory. And this is the gov.near.org forums where we kind of organize all of the forum posts for the Marma J DAO. So we have some guides, we have some approved proposals that have already gone through. We have like our monthly budget. I do need to do a budget for September as well. But we do have this bounty. So, for example, if you are good at creating written blog content or video content, you can create content like this that I'm creating right now. You can earn 10 Marma J tokens for each blog that gets on our Marma J blog. So, for example, if you write a blog that ends up on this marmaj.org/blog link, you can earn. So, like, actually, see, Angel Williams earned 15 Marma J. Actually, we just dropped the price. So, they used to be 15 Marma J for writing this blog post. And Bianca has earned some Marma J tokens for writing some of these blog posts. You can partner with friends and you can say, hey, well, how about, one friend might know more about how to use a decentralized exchange like Ref Finance. The other friend might know more about, liquidity providing on that exchange, for example, and you can work together to create a blog post and split the fee between you guys if that was what you wanted to do. You could also create video content. So if you are used to creating maybe YouTube videos explaining different Web3 concepts, or you want to talk about how to create your first NFT, or how to use split royalties and payouts on Mintbase, you can create videos. So we have some ideas. You can talk about the Marma J token. You can talk about the Marma J Mintbase store. You can talk about the Marma J DAO. These are kind of our three main primitives we have within the Marma J DAO. You can explain to the Marma J community how to use these things. And there's a little bit of idea here. The content that's created from this bounty should focus on topics that mainly concern the Marma J community. The Marma J Foundation is deeply ingrained within the Near ecosystem, so any guide that supports our specific community should hopefully also serve the wider community as well. So the idea is we're going to fund this content creation in Marma J tokens. We are going to put this content on the Marma J YouTube or the Marma J blog, and hopefully this will support the entire Near and potentially the whole entire Web3 community. So there's, if you want to start creating some of this content, there's helpful resources about Ref Finance, about Mintbase, about Sputnik DAOs, and you could submit proposals and earn some Marma J tokens that way. So that's kind of a bounty we have up for how you can support. But also, obviously you have a Mint-based store, which means we have smart contract addresses, and two of the contract addresses we take care of specifically is marmaj.near and marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. So these two addresses are actually completely different in many respects. So marmaj.near is an account owned exclusively by me. I have full control over that account, and that account is used to manage much of Marma J's assets. So we'll go through a few pages. So for example, I am logged in right now on Ref Finance. I'll zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see, but on the top right-hand corner, you can see I'm logged in with marmaj.near. So if I go to my liquidity on Ref, you will be able to see that Marma.near has quite a bit of liquidity across multiple pairs. We have Marma J DAI liquidity, we have Marma JW near liquidity, we have Marma J WETH liquidity, Marma J Gitcoin liquidity, GTC to USDC liquidity, we have Gitcoin to W near liquidity, and we even have some hack to Marma J liquidity and Ref to Marma J liquidity. So that is one way in which Marma J is supporting the Marma J Foundation or Marma J DAO. Then, if you want to dig a little deeper, you could even dig into like Meta. Oops. You go to Meta Pool. You're going to start staking near. So right now we're logged in under Amory. Let's sign out of Amory's account real quick. I am going to get my wonderful handy dandy ledger. I feel like people that watch these videos often are gonna be like, you know, they're going to know like why I'm always dipping down. But people are going to watch this for the first time and be like, why are you constantly like putting your head awkwardly down? And you can all see my wonderful nappy and messy hair too. That's all right. So we're gonna log in with marmaj.near. So if you don't use a ledger, it'll redirect, to a different screen. For me, it goes to my ledger so that I can read the information. It's gonna add a key for Marma J to the Metapool contract for 0.25 near. This is just an access key so that the app can spend gas on my behalf. Now we are logged in. We can see that we have we have 0 ST near, but eventually when we do have some ST near to use on Cheddar Finance, for example, if you don't know what Cheddar is, that's okay. We are going to have the Marma J.near might take some of the funds that it receives in royalties or payout amounts, and it might deposit it here to get some increased staking. With the liquid staking, we can harvest and earn some meta tokens. Currently, we're providing liquidity, so we put 300 near. We've earned 2.8 near so far in fees. So, for example, with that earned fees, we will continue to experiment in this way to support the Marma J Foundation. So that's Metapool as an example. I can't really show you Cheddar Finance yet. It's not released. But Cheddar will allow us to, so I'm on testnet right now. I'll give a brief overview. So we will be able to deposit our ST near. So right now it only shows near. It might launch on mainnet next week, but the idea would be we could deposit, let's say that, we had 300 ST near, so near that is currently staking. We could deposit it into, because normally you have near staking, you can't use it. It's locked for, at least 2 days to withdraw it. But with Cheddar Finance, we will be able to take our ST near, deposit it, and earn Cheddar tokens. If you've heard of Yearn Finance before, or just kind of different DeFi trading strategies, the ST near or the near that you deposit will be used in different trading strategies, hopefully to earn funds. And then, usually with this, any transaction will revert if it won't be profitable. So usually it's relatively impossible to lose funds unless there's a bug or a hack of some sort. But the idea is you can deposit. So look, it says I can deposit max 184. This is all on testnet, by the way. When you deposit, you'll earn Cheddar. You harvest that Cheddar to earn back some near. But the idea is that the marmaj.near specifically will be able to test all this stuff out and use it to earn more funds for the Marma J Foundation. Now, when marmaj.near earns funds and wants to support the Marma J Foundation, it will send those funds specifically in near tokens to marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. Now, I know that it all might sound the same to you, but the Marma J Foundation actually manages multiple different smart contracts, and this is our DAO smart contract. So, like I said, marmaj.near, I have full control over. I can do whatever I'd like. I can withdraw all the funds one day. It's not very decentralized. Now, marmaj.sputnik-dao.near has a larger council. It's not that large, but as you can see, marmaj.near is on this council, Rebecca.near is on the council, and Bianca.near is on the council. So, in order for any funds to move, there needs to be a vote where at least 2 out of 3 people on the DAO have to approve it. Now we are looking to increase the members of our council. We actually already have a 4th member that we're training now. But the idea is funds that get donated to marmaj.sputnik-dao.near will aggregate here. Then our plan is to use these funds so we can create a new proposal, for example. We can do a custom function, and then the custom function will be to swap, let's say 50 near to Marma on ref at market price. There you go. So what would happen after we call this function, 50 near out of the, 372 will get sent to a smart contract. That smart contract will make the swap on ref.finance, the decentralized exchange. And after it sends 50 near there's actually a pool. So we can actually show the pool. It's pretty easy to see. So here's a swap. Here's W near. We're going to put in 50, right? There we go. And we are going to get out Marma. So as you can see, if there was 50 near sent to ref finance, it says W near because it's wrapped. When near gets deposited into ref finance here, so deposit near, right? You could deposit 50, it'll automatically get wrapped. So if I click deposit, you'll actually see in the more information section, it is gonna wrap that near and then it's gonna transfer it. Okay, so that's why it shows up as wrapped near instead of normal near. We're not going to do that right now. We're just going to explain how it all works. So when you go to swap, you have some W near, you want out Marma. If it did 50, it would get 37. And the idea is that smart contract will send that 37.055 near, or the minimum of 36.8705. Again, because of this slippage, the price might change a little bit while it's trading, and you might get a little bit less, but the minimum amount we'll get is 36.8705 Marma tokens. Those Marma tokens will be sent back to the Marma DAO. Okay, so from a very high level, any near that is sent to marmaj.sputnik-dao.near will end up being here. Okay, so perfect. 371.05 near the DAO funds. Then we're going to make a swap function call that swaps those, deposits those functions into ref, swaps them for Marma, and the DAO will get back Marma. Now, when community members come to the DAO, so you can see marmaj.near just gave 15 near to precious princess.near. That was for the blog post up here. For these videos that I do currently, I put up my own proposal. So Chloe said that Chloe.near should get paid 240 Marma. It got voted up by Bianca and Marma. And now Chloe.near has 240 Marma, which now we can use throughout the ecosystem. You can keep seeing, where tokens have gone. Marma paid out CERST for this proposal. And actually, we paid them back. We paid them back 1.19 near as well because there was a rejected proposal because they actually asked for 30 near. So as you can see, we actually don't pay out near to the community. We take in near through royalties, through selling our NFTs, through other various ways, and we pay out Marma tokens. The reason this one did not work, even though it got voted up, is because CERST.near didn't actually add storage on this smart contract yet. So you could actually, it's pretty cool. You could take the contract address, you can go to explorer.mainnet.near.org. You could search, oops, that's not what we wanted to do. I'll just type it in, marmaj.tkn.near. And it'll show the storage. So now you can see anyone who has added storage or anyone who's interacted with this smart contract. So if you go from top to bottom, you'll see that, Bianca's interacted, Rebecca's interacted, Chloe's interacted quite a bit. Rooftop.near, I don't know who that is, added storage 3 days ago. You'll see, Marma interacting, Muti Collective, sent some Marma tokens 7 days ago. Pretty cool. Again, Muti Collective added storage. Cookie Monster added storage 17 days ago. And again, you can kind of look in and see, Ref Finance has sent Marma J tokens around, and a lot of different things have been happening with Marma J tokens in the contract, but it can all be seen publicly and openly by anyone who checks. So along that pathway, now it starts for us to figure. So now you know any funds that go to marmaj.near, which is right up here, I have full control over, and I am using those to experiment with Ref. I am using those to experiment with Metapool, and any funds going to marmaj.sputnik.near, any near going there, the plan is to swap it to marmaj. Now, if we enter the Mintbase store, I came up here earlier, but I felt like it was important to talk about the two accounts first, and then you can kind of see, some of the NFTs that we have up, and you can start to see. So this is the marmaj.mintbase1.near smart contract, and so for example, we can view this NFT. It'll drop us into a little virtual space for this NFT specifically, but anyone who purchases this NFT splits will go to marmaj.near and go to, actually, is it gonna, let's see if it drops me back out or if it goes to, oh no. Okay, I thought it was gonna drop me back out. Let's go to the store. I thought it was gonna drop me to the actual NFT. That's how you see it in VR though. So as you look at this NFT, for example, you can click in and you can see that there are actually splits going to multiple addresses. So this is the NFT, looks great. There's a bunch of auctions, we'll go into that in a second. Searched.near minted this. So for example, you can click their name, you can check out their website, so we can follow them. You can check out their website, for example. It's pretty cool. So you can see like what Searched has been up to and what they've been doing. But you can see everything they've collected here, and then you can see everything they've minted down here. So you can see that Searched has minted these NFTs so far on the Near blockchain, a variety of different artwork. But this specific NFT on the right over here, they minted on the Marma smart contract, on the Marma store. So it'll say, love and affection, illustration inspired by the Marma Foundation. It's stored on Arweave. This is the contract, marmaj.mintbase1.near. And there's a bunch of different IDs that are currently owned by us. And if you look at the royalties though, so 10% of the sale price will be split amongst Search.near and amongst marmaj.near. The reason we use marmaj.near in royalties and not marmaj.sputnik-DAO.near in royalties is because one day we might upgrade that smart contract address, and we don't want funds perpetually going to a contract address that we no longer own. Hopefully we'll own this DAO just for a long time. Hopefully we can just upgrade the DAO over and over again, but just in case, that's why. Now for the one-time split, so this specific one is showing RAHULGOEL.near because this specific NFT is owned by them. But if you look at C auctions, for example, you'll see that you will now see, so this one is going to marmaj.near and marmaj.near because it's owned by them. This is actually very interesting. Usually though, when NFTs are created, the first time sale, I think because these are transferred, first time sale goes to marmaj.sputnik-DAO, the DAO, and then the royalties will go to marmaj.near. But if anyone creates an NFT, so for example, you can go to create, let's say we created it on the Chloe store, so nothing to do with Marma, and we minted an NFT, we can go to the split revenue and we can say, hey, when this NFT sells, we're gonna have 99% going to marmaj.sputnik-DAO.near, and it should give you a green check mark if you're using the right address. If you ever want to just, not have to go through all that, you can go to right DAO, you can copy the address in the top left-hand corner, and you could use it here, and that will give you the correct address as well. Then you could say, you know what, maybe we'll also do a split to Marma. There you go, split to Marma for that amount, 1%. And that would allow for 1% of the sale price to go to marmaj.near. And then again, that will be used on Ref, that will be used on Metapool, that will be used on Cheddar Finance to support the Marma Foundation. And then you can send 99% to the DAO, and that will be used to buy more Marma tokens so that we can continue distributing those to the community. And yeah, for royalties, again, similar thing can be done. You can decide, okay, well, I am an artist, so I want to make sure that I'm earning at least, 90% of the funds. And then maybe you're like, you know what, I want to support the Marma J Foundation with their long-term staking, or eventually we'd like to run a node. A block producing node at Near is proposed to require 50,000 Near soon. So maybe you're like, you know what, let's give Marma.Near some royalties so that they can continue running a node. Eventually, so Near allows domain-specific accounts. So that's not a way of saying it, but basically what you can do is you can write validator.marma.near. So you can, any account .marma.near we could create eventually. So the idea is that when we do create a validator, it might not take the word, it might be like, valley to be funny, or like V1, or then validator 2 eventually. We can have multiple validators. Let's say we wanted to, again, one could be a block producing validator. The other one could be, like a full a chunk producing validator. Regardless, we might end up having different accounts that are actually used for different things. So for now, everything is just collected at marma.near, and you'll see a little green check mark because that's the correct address. Eventually, when we deploy other contracts, let's say you wanted to raise funds for dogs in Antigua .marma.near, we could also start splitting things out like that. So again, this video is supposed to be about how to support us currently. So currently, if you want to support the Marma J Foundation, you could put us either marma.near, marma.dao.near in your splits for royalties, revenues, and Marma J, and we already have some NFTs like that out there though. So if you're like, okay, you know what, I'm not someone who's going to be minting. That's not my thing. So as I said, you can go to Marma J, you can come to our store, and you can say, hey, so we've earned 26 years so far, and you can say, hey, you know what, you could purchase the Love and Affection, you could auction on that, you could put an auction out on this NFT. Actually, someone did put up an auction for 0.06 ETH the other day. Yesterday, actually. So where is this one? There you go. There's a little auction going on. Someone bid 0.02, then someone bid 0.05, and then someone bid 0.06, and we took it. I was like, sure, sounds good. We're not trying to earn too much funds off of these. These are mostly, this is a video, we got this video, I'll make the video full screen. So we got this video from the Friends of the Care Project, and we donated some funds we raised to the school so that the students could get more art supplies to continue creating art. We then took pictures of those NFTs, or took pictures of the artwork the students created, and Bianca, my fiance, this is having a hard time. My fiance, let's go here, look at the full store. So this is one of the other NFTs we created, but this one was on the South Pole store. So you want to get more information about that. So for example, we can look at this full store and see all the green NFTs. This store's earned 2,310 Near. And on this one, for example, the splits go to southpole.near, which supports, what's it called? Carbon neutrality and buying back carbon credits from different corporations that are, green, supporting green initiatives. But if you wanted to specifically, let's see if we can support the Marma J store, for example, you could, there you go. Let's see if this works tomorrow. So, for example, this monkeying around NFT, I think this is probably the best example of, an NFT that we've had for sale to raise funds for various organizations or various groups. So on the royalties, for example, there's a percent going to marmaj.near, there's a percent going to bianca.near because she is the artist that created the actual NFT portion of this asset. Then there's a majority, I think about 69%, I'm pretty sure, of the split going to FOTCP.near, Friends of the Care Project.near. And so, as you can see, there was multiple NFTs sold here in multiple different for multiple different values. There's one of them sold for 2.1 Near, to sour_icky. One of them sold for 2.19 near to Chloe.near. The next one sold for 2.19 near to Precious Princess.near, who did one of our bounties recently. Rendered Flesh.near bought one for 5 near. Local Bananas.near bought one for 5 near as well. If you can keep going through, like Mintspace.near bought one for 5 near. Sorry, there's lots of noise out there. And Rebecca.near bought one as well. So there's one left for sale, this one over here. And so someone could just come in here and say, 19 near, right? They can make an offer. And if that sale went through, the Marma J Foundation and the DAO would both earn some funds as well. So that could be a potential way to support the Marma J Foundation by purchasing one of the NFTs that is up for the foundation. That is super loud. I'm sorry about that. The pipe burst outside, so we actually have no water currently. I'm probably going to end the stream soon because that is insanely loud. But yeah, if you'd like to support the I can't even think straight. I'm going to turn it off on my end, but I know that it's still super loud in the video. So honestly, though, that is one of the... we went through supporting the Marma J Foundation through funds being aggregated to marmaj.near. We went through supporting the Marma J Foundation through funds being sent to the DAO at marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. And we went through, maybe supporting by purchasing one of the Marma J NFTs as well. Specifically, we have them on our own store. We also have a test store just for fun, where we allow anyone from the community to pretty much come on this store. So this store is earned 287 near, pretty great so far. And there's 21 total minters. So we did a Hype DAO mint, there's a Marma J Foundation mint we did for fun. And there's multiple different people who've minted all over this store. And they're able to earn themselves on this store. But if you go quickly, yes, I don't think we actually see the store settings from here. We look at the store settings, any NFT that sells off of here, 10% royalties go to marmaj.near, and 50% of the first sale goes to the DAO. So, and you can see that in all of these NFTs. You click any random NFT here, you'll see that in the splits there is marmaj.near, and then the little empty one, because we don't have a UI to change the avatar, it is the DAO. And if you click the DAO on here, it's pretty cool. You can see the DAO actually owns these 3 NFTs. It isn't registered at Mintbase yet because we don't have a way to do that yet. But once we can do that, that'll definitely be something we do. So as you can see, we are mainly using Mintbase at this point in time to try and raise funds for the Marma J Foundation. One last way in which you can support the Marma J Foundation, if you're already Web3 native and you know exactly what you're doing, you could then, as you can see, we kind of manage some of these pools. So what you could do is see some of the Marma J pools that we have available. For example, say you earned 10 Marma J writing a blog post for us. You can sell part of that Marma J. Then let's say you sold it for DAI. You're like, okay, Marma J is at, actually, I wouldn't sell it for DAI. I would sell it for near or something. Okay, look at this, for example. I might even do this or something like that on my other account. So right now, you could sell one Marma J. Let's actually duplicate the tab to make it really, really clear exactly what's happening right now. So let's say you had 10 Marma J. Okay, keep it really simple. If you had 10 Marma J, why is it? There you go. You will get 13.2 W near. Okay, perfect. Let's switch 13.2 W near, and let's say you wanted DAI. Okay, so 13.2 W near would give you 142 DAI, and it's going up at the moment. I guess because near is above that price in DAI. That's actually really cool. Anyways, now, if you had 142 DAI, I wonder how much more. Actually, it's probably correct. That's not correct. Oh no. This is. There you go. You would get. Doesn't want to work for me. It's showing 0. Why is it changing the hack? Okay, we're having issues with the UI, and this is okay. Why is it doing this? Okay, die to Marma J. 124. Okay, point something. Can't even remember. Okay, so die is actually, what's it called? Near is cheap on the exchange currently. Anyways, what you could do is the point I was trying to make, I think, was that you could take your Marma J tokens, right? You could sell half to die, you get 62 die. And then we went to the pools and you went here to try and add liquidity for the pool. You'd be able to take your, let's say, 5 Marma J and your 62 die, 63 die, and you'd be able to add liquidity. Obviously, I cannot do that at the moment. I don't have enough die. But if I sold some, you would be able to. Actually, why don't we just do that quickly? That's a terrible idea. I don't want to sell any Marma J. This is up to the community to do. I've already, put in a fair amount of die of my own, I suppose. And so this is open for the community to do. I will check quickly to see if anyone's asked any questions. Just while I was streaming, no one has, which is great. So this video was just an overview of how the community, like the Marma J community specifically, can start to support the Marma J Foundation. We have, you can support the Marma J Foundation by creating content. We have a bounty out where you can earn 10 Marma J tokens for either writing a blog post, like a guide that supports the Marma J community, or you could, if you go to our homepage, you could see our YouTube. So if you'd like to, create something that goes onto our YouTube channel, look, you can see that we're live right now. And we're talking about how to support us. So if you'd like to create a video that goes along with the content we have, along with our mission, we have some community created content. So we actually do have, we paid out money a long time ago to Captain Q to do a digital concert for us. So if you would like to create some content for the community, definitely feel free to submit an application. If you don't know how to submit an application, we do have a guide right on our website for how to do so. If that is not how you want to support the Marma J Foundation, you could support in a variety of ways. You could you could make an NFT with payouts or royalties going to marmaj.near or the DAO, marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. If you ever forget any of this information, how to use it, you can go to our Marma J DAO proposal submission guide. You can scroll down. You could say how a proposal should be submitted. Post a new topic in the Near forums. So this is probably where we want to go in the Near forums to get all the information about how to submit something. Right? There's a guide right here about, how to use different dApps. So if you're like, okay, I'm new to this whole Marma J stuff, I have no clue how to do any of it. So first of all, you can just come here. You can see Marma J guides, X Neo dApps, and you will see guides for how to add storage for the token. So here, how to register Marma J token at Near on the wallet and on Ref Finance. How to use the Marma J token, buy, sell, how to add liquidity like I just showed on Ref, how to log in, buy, sell, transfer mint-based NFTs, and an overview of the DAO. So you can kind of come through and see everything you want to see as well. So you can create blogs, video content, like we said. You can create NFTs with splits going to either of these addresses, like we said, marmaj.near, marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. And if none of that suits your fancy, you're like, okay, you know what, I got a bunch of Near, but I don't really want to do all this stuff in between, I would suggest either, come to the Let's BB Creative Store. So again, Let's BB Creative Store is a bunch of community members. So far we have 21 different community members. And these are all NFTs created by the Marma J community. So if you would like to support the Marma J community and their creativity, you can come through here, you can buy an NFT, you'll support the artist, and you'll support both marmaj.near and the Marma J DAO. So this is a one-stop shop for supporting us, the Let's BB Creative Store. Then, if you want to support the Marma J Foundation specifically in our internal mints, you can come to the search bar, you can go to the Marma, I can't spell today. You can go to the Marma J store. You'll see we only have a few NFTs for sale. Honestly, this first one, Love and Affection, was free. It was airdropped to about 50 different people. If you really want to buy one, feel free to put an auction amount in. We'll probably accept most amounts, but that's there. Again, there's no reason to really bid on this one either. It's just I wanted it on the blockchain, and we usually actually give this for free to anyone who buys this Safari Time NFT. So if you want to support us, I would suggest auctioning potentially on this last available Marma J X FOTCP X Safari Time NFT. Funds raised at fotcp.near go to support the Friends of the Care Project, and we're actually going to be sending the funds to them at the end of this month. So if you put an offer in on this NFT, let's say for 6 near or 1 near or 2 near, we do suggest 2.19, but you can put whatever you'd like. So 2.19 near, if you put that up, you would be sending splits to marmaj.near, bianca.near, fotcp.near, marmaj.sputnik-dao.near, and then again more funds back to fotcp.near. So hopefully this was informative, and hopefully this was helpful on how to start supporting the Marma J Foundation if you see value in it. If the Marma J Foundation has supported you, if you want to support our artists or our community, these are some of the ways at the moment in which you can do so. Soon, once Cheddar launches, for example, we plan to have like a yield farm for the Marma J token, where you'll be able to take your Marma J tokens, deposit them in the Cheddar, and earn rewards that way. We're also going to have rewards for, actually, this is a pretty cool one. I'm only going to show this one quickly. Ref Tools. Maybe it's on a different browser. Let's see. Ref. There you go. Sorry, I'll bring it back to this browser for y'all so you can see what I'm talking about. So ref.nearchain.tools, nearchaintools.com is a community built website that allows you to look at a lot of different ref information. In my opinion, one of the most important information is going to be these pools on ref. So for example, one of the pools that we're probably going to incentivize is the Marma J NDAI pool. So we can look at details, we can see the swap rate, we can see all this fun, cool stuff. Most importantly to me is liquidity. So we can see who adds liquidity, how much liquidity they add, and we can see when they add it. So if we had a bounty out where anyone who has more than 1 share, for example, I'm not saying that's going to be the amount, but we could just say anyone that has at least 1 share after a certain block or between a certain block and a certain block, we can say they will receive a certain percentage of those rewards equivalent to their shares to the maximum shares. Now, any shares at the Marma J Foundation, if you don't know what shares are, you could see it here. For example, there is a total of 340 shares, which is an equivalent of $7,000. So 1 share would be like this much divided by 7,000. So let's say we wanted to do some math. 700 divided by that, and we'd see each share is about $22. So if someone earned 10 Marma J, and Marma J is about $12, you could see that, it's like $120, but I can't even type. So if someone earned $120, they could take that's the wrong way of doing it. Anyways, they could take a part of their returns, and they could deposit some liquidity into this and get 1 share. The idea would be potentially anyone that's holding a share maybe will drop a Pixel Party egg, for example. So the Marma J Foundation, this is actually a pretty cool one, I think, for how we're going to try and incentivize liquidity. But I can't even click today. But we have some eggs on Pixel Pet. So if you go to Pixel Pets and then you go to our eggs, you can see we have 3 blue eggs, 1 red egg, and 1 yellow egg. These blue eggs are rare. So let's say we took one of these. Let's see. I think the egg sale might be. Egg sale is still going for 1 more day, actually. So we could say, okay, you know what? we might buy one more egg. Actually, let's do it. I didn't buy an egg yesterday, and I wanted to. So, actually, anyone who's here, these eggs are giveaway eggs anyway. So I'm about to buy 2 eggs. And then Bianca's probably like, "What are you doing, spending all around here?" So as I said, funds aggregated to marma.near are used for experimenting in the ecosystem and supporting the ecosystem. So this is some of the stuff we do with funds raised at marma.near. So as you can see, now we got 4 eggs. I'm about to buy another one. And we don't have much more near. I don't even know how much more near we have, to be honest. Okay, no more egg buying. No more egg buying. But so for example, if you support the Marma J Foundation by providing liquidity, not today, not tomorrow, we'll have an announcement for this, but in the Marma J DAI pair, we will take, let's say, 1 egg a week or 1 egg a month, and we'll airdrop it to a lucky participant. So for example, if you look at the Marma J W near pair, you could see that on this timestamp, Rebecca.near added liquidity of 2.19 near and 3.4 wrapped near. So if we were going to incentivize this pool, remember, we're not incentivizing any of the Marma J accounts, so it would be Rebecca.near who won the egg. If there was 2 people and 1 egg, it would be a 50-50 shot. We're probably not going to make it so that the more you put in, the higher chance you have of winning. It's probably going to be anyone who puts at least a certain amount. So if token 1 is Marma J, it'll probably be anyone who deposits at least 1 Marma J worth of liquidity will be eligible, and we'll take from all those people and we'll decide who gets maybe a pixel DAP, a rare pixel egg, for some of our first airdrops, but also maybe we'll decide those people should get some extra Marma J tokens to cover impermanent loss. If you don't know what impermanent loss is, I would definitely suggest looking it up. But pretty much providing liquidity on ref is not risk-free. There is potential risk in terms of losing funds. In like holding Marma J could have been better off for you. So to thank you for selling some of your Marma J, we might actually airdrop some of those people extra Marma J. Hopefully that end wasn't too confusing for everyone here. I know there's people in the community that are just getting started with blockchain and crypto and Web3. There's other people in the community who have been around for years, like I have, and are probably looking for ways to support more effectively. And one of the best ways to support, to be honest, is supporting with the liquidity, because first of all, it helps better price stability for those we give bounties to. Also, it kind of helps the community to be able to earn from the economic activity within the community. But hopefully that was helpful in different ways to support the Marma J Foundation. If you ever have any questions, please pop into our Telegram chat. You can find the Telegram chat, if you go to our homepage, marmaj.org, and you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see Join Telegram Group. That is where we have most of our community engagement. That is where you could ask questions about bounties, how to earn more Marma J. You could ask questions about the bounty ideas you have, and you get any support you'd like for the foundation there. Obviously, we've got a Facebook, we've got a Twitter, we've got an Instagram, we've got a LinkedIn as well, and a YouTube, all managed by the wonderful Bianca. And so we'd love for you to get in touch. Obviously, you can come on the forum and ask questions as well, but hopefully this video was helpful in understanding better how to support the Marma J Foundation, and hopefully we can support you as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching, probably in the future.